Now, if you live in Florida, you know that we got a lot of shopping malls. Matter of fact, a lot of them need to be shut down. But do you know where the first shopping mall was in Florida? Well, if you didn't, don't worry. I did some digging. Let's get into it. Now, before I get going into this, all right, I got to say, when I was doing the research with this, I was saying to myself, it's got to be a mall that was opened up before this. But it wasn't, all right? So the Coral Ridge Mall Shopping Center was Florida's first mall in 1962. Now, this mall is in the Fort Lauderdale area, all right? And the thing about it is, like I said, okay, it was the first of its kind, all right? Before, you had to go to different, shopping stores to get, everything you need. But now, all right, you can get everything in one spot. But when they first opened up this mall, all right, they needed anchor stores. And what an anchor store is, it's a store that they can put inside of this mall that if everything goes wrong, at least people gonna come to these stores. Now, the first store that they put in here is called Brits. I'm gonna just say this, I ain't never heard of the store, so I looked it up. So apparently, it's like a Dillard's or something like that. They had clothes and different stuff you could buy inside of Brits. Now, apparently Brits was it back in the day. Everybody went to Brits. When I was researching the store, it was just as big as JCPenney, which brings me to my next anchor store that they had in here. I couldn't find any pictures of it, but JCPenney also was the other anchor store. And you know what else they had? Hanging out right outside of this mall, kind of attached to it a little bit, was a Publix, all right? And everybody know in Florida that Publix be jumping. Now, when they opened up in 1962, they didn't really have like a lot of retail stores like, the malls you see today, all right? They had their anchor stores, all right? So they had the Brits, JCPenney's, and the Publix on the corner. And they also had a few other little small stores. Like they had a Walgreens, they had a bookstore, and they also had like a little knick-knack stores that they had in here. See, they didn't have the kiosk in the middle yet. Nah, they didn't do that yet. Now, when they opened up, all right, 1962, at first they didn't have a food court, like right off bat, but there were like food options inside of here. This was one of the places that it kept popping up. So, and it said it was inside of here. I don't know if anybody that's around that might be watching this video that maybe been here. Let us know what kind of food stores they had in there. Now, in 1990, they did a remodel, all right? They only changed a few stores at the time. They kept the JCPenney's and stuff like that. But in 2000, they did a major renovation, and they brought in all brand new stores to this mall. Now, the new stores that they ended up bringing in here, all right, because they wanted to do it more like a shopping center than actually a larger mall. So they brought in a Target, an Old Navy, Marshalls, Home Goods, and a TJ Maxx. But, they kept the Publix. Publix ain't going nowhere. Now, I forgot to mention this as well. They added a movie theater in the 80s, all right? At that time, cinemas and stuff like that. Look, if you ain't have a movie theater in the parking lot of your mall, then your mall wasn't no mall. Now, they have added more stores since then, all right? If you go to today, all right, the food court that used to be in here when it was a mall, I don't think it's a food court anymore. If y'all from this area and you've been to Coral Ridge Mall, please let me know. Because it said that they turned the food court into a Ross. How you get rid of the food court? I mean, Ross is nice, but how you get rid of the food court at the mall? How are we supposed to be able to get the little Thai food? With the little styrofoam boxes that they fill up for $4.99. Where we supposed to get that at? Now, the Publix that is inside of the parking lot, I'm not sure. I mean, y'all can let me know in the comments, but they're supposed to be going over a new renovation. All the Publix in Florida have been going over this new renovation thing, so they might just be doing the same thing. I'm not sure. But the Publix is still there. So, yeah, if you're in the Fort Lauderdale area and you want to go to the first mall in Florida, pull up to the Coral Ridge Mall. The more you know. Peace.